So anyway, I thought I would shake it up a little. So if you're coming on in, make sure you say hello. It's not locked.
I just locked it on myself.
You locked it on yourself.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. Had to call for drinks. It's too early in the morning to remember to bring my own drink. So I called. Thank you. I called for reinforcement. Good morning, Jessica. Good to see you. So I'm shaking it up a little. I think I'm gonna try this morning time because I have my one daughter goes to swim team and the other one is sort of she's working on a class this summer that's not me. I'm helping, don't worry. And so anyway, just lots of things going on for the summer, and I feel like I'm ready to go. I'm kind of working online anyway. I might as well come on and go live. So we'll see. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but good morning. Oh, well, thank you for joining. Make sure that you follow along. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining in. I usually go in the evenings. I try to do Monday and Thursday during the school year, and I I've been struggling. School, I'm a little more planned, I guess. Actually, I haven't stopped doing school. I homeschool. And so I am still making my girls, they're much to their chagrin. They don't want to have anything to do with school. But I'm making them do school. I'm just that mean mom. I can't help it. I can't help myself. So um I feel like if I can get some done, whatever I can get done, it just gets us up so that when we have something else going on, it's not interrupting school, or at least I don't feel as guilty about interrupting school. Most of the time, though, things that are interruptions, like even spring break, we go do educational things for spring break and go to museums and try to do educational type things. I'm like looking here and I've got like a piece of plastic hanging down. Take that off. So even though that is always kind of going on, even though we take time off, I hardly ever don't make it educational. So there's a lot of things I could count as educational, but I also like to get the real school done, the real school by like math, reading, science, all the things, history, literature, those kinds of things. And there's a big portion of it I do with the girls. This fall, we started our high school already. This fall, my youngest is starting high school. So we decided when my high schooler finished up her stuff about 3 weeks ago for her last year of her junior year of high school. I don't know. It's all kind of relative because we just keep going in a chronological line. We do the historical timing. And so anyway, when she finished up, we thought it was a good time to kind of pause on the stuff we were working for 8th grade. It's technically, I think, was 7th grade in Sunlight. And it's okay. It's just reading literature and history and stuff. But I paused my youngest daughter and started them both together. So this fall, we will do 1 year of high school together. We are doing 20th century literature. And it's a little hard. We're reading some books that are really difficult right now. I'm trying to think what the name of the one is. It's like 3 short stories and it's not fun. And most of the books I really love, and sometimes one kid or another won't like them. This one, I'm not going to lie, it's not my favorite. It's really long stories and they have us read a whole story every day. And so it's taking us sometimes 3 days just to get through it, especially in the summer. Because like I said, we have swim team in the morning. The youngest has swim team in the morning. The oldest does have a job working at the local grocery store. She's going to be scooping ice cream. So if you live local, go see Lydia at the grocery store, have some ice cream with her. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Might be allergies. And then what else do we have? Oh, of course, the usual princess things going on. Mostly the weekends, but almost every weekend. And I'm trying to think what else we got going on. Oh, yeah. They have pigs. We are raising pigs for the 4-H fair. So that takes, a trip at least every other day, if not every day, out to visit the pigs, make sure they have water and food going on. Because, of course, we live in town, so we can't do pigs in town. guess this one does not have a folder because nature is full. These are my binders. So anyway, that's all that's going. That's not all. There's lots more. And then I teach piano on Wednesdays, piano and guitar on Wednesdays still with the, kids who are still going. So I found this box at Goodwill during spring break. Speaking of spring break, our entertainment was to go to the thrift stores in the Boise area. And I got this. It was $2.99. I kind of stood there and wondered, is that worth it? It came like this. I kind of like it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What should I do? Tell me. I was thinking about doing either just like kind of a vintagey looking box. It does have like the liner for it for like doing floral or plants. I could do that. Definitely have plenty of sedums I could put in here and sell it like a sedum plant. I did grab out a couple transfers that I was thinking about. Oops, this one got really bent up and I'm not happy about it, but it is called, this one's more kitchen, called Crockery Labels, but I kind of think but they say crockery things, full of gratitude I've used a lot. But it says super sweet secret stash. It says wee bit salty. I couldn't read it. Let's spill the tea. Hello, sweet treat, and something about joyful. And then full of gratitude. So you could put full of gratitude for sure. Something joyful. Could put something joyful as well if it fits. I think it might fit without these flowers, and I could use the flowers on the side. So that would work. Something joyful. This is, like I said, this is called Crockery Labels. So anyway, I didn't tell you, I'm Dory Jo Stowell with Prairie Scraps, and I'm here on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're not on either place, make sure you subscribe and like and do all the things. I also grabbed out this cute little, this is called Home Sweet Home, and I actually have the block that kind of matches this, and I haven't used it yet. But I think this would look cute as well, but it's not as big, so I'd have to do some either patching together or be okay with it not being all the way. And I could use a combination. And then I also maybe it's in words. I thought I had some vintagey looking things too. So I don't know. We're just going to take a look today. Tell me what you think I should do. Vintagey, or should I do the labels? The other thing I thought about was doing 4th of July, but I hate to pin myself into a corner. These are words. I don't know if I have it in here or not. I wonder what my organization method was on this one. I know which one, and I don't remember what the name of it is. I know which one I'm thinking about. There's another couple of vintagey looking transfers. So we'll see if I can find some inspiration. Do you guys ever do that? Like, can't find inspiration? It's sort of like going through Pinterest, right? Like you sit and page and page and page through Pinterest. These are my things I haven't used yet. They're getting crinkled too. So the other thing I thought about was mushrooms. I need to get these out of here because they're getting bashed. I thought about doing 4th of July. I thought about doing the mushrooms. Remember, I just put the mushrooms away. I think I decided not to do the mushrooms. I don't know. This is it. Here it is. I have this one that's vintage labels and crowns. Love a vintage crown. So I thought about that one too. We could use that too. And I'm gonna make it super simple. I'm not planning on, this says Eau de Lavender, which is lavender. It's got a little crown on it. I just like, I don't know, I'm in the vintagey mood. So I don't know. That was the one I was kind of thinking about, but it seems a little, I actually kind of like the crockery one a little bit later, but a little bit better, but either one would totally work. Just thinking through things here. These are, I have everything just marked. I do need some new binders. I'm running out of room. I do have this. This too I thought would be really cute, this flag on the side, but I can't get the whole thing, which is okay. Okay, when you're doing a vintagey looking thing. Hi, Kimberly. Good to see you. What are you up to on this Tuesday morning? Sorry I didn't give much notice, but I decided this is it. I'm going to go for it. Go for it. See, I thought we have a really, really cute popsicle transfer, but I didn't grab it, the current one, because I remembered having this one and I haven't seen it in a while. So that made me think about it. I should take this s'mores. I could make it a s'mores box too. That would be another thing. I have lots of little things I got. I was remembering that I had a bunch. I was feeling how would you say? Not very uninspired. And so I was trying to like decide what should I do. And then I was like, I didn't do anything from that trip that we got. I went to Hobby Lobby, got a couple of things. I went to, I got 2 boxes actually that were from the thrift store, the Goodwill. I think they were both, maybe 2 different thrift stores. I don't know. Maybe one was St. Vincent's, but this one was $2.99. So this is what we're working on today. It had some cute little pads on the bottom, but it looks like one came off. So I'm just going to take the other ones off. And I may, since it's got a little liner in it, I may go ahead and convert it to, oh, of course, they're not all going to come off just nice and easy. That's always a thing, right? I'm going to try water first, and then you could do heat too. Trying to get better. Oh, no. Are you sick? I'm sorry. It's never, my daughter had a cold last week, and she's like, it's just wrong to be sick in the summer when it's starting to feel nice. I'm going to just pitch those. It's a nice idea. So this says made in China. I wonder if it wasn't like one of those, like, I don't know, maybe something from Hobby Lobby originally. I kind of like the painting, but it is a little on the yellow side. I don't know. What do you think? Should I think about going a little bit harder with the white. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Just doing some white paste on it or something. That's my thoughts. Nothing major. All right, so we're going to put this down here so you can watch. I think you guys can see on Facebook. I've got a stack of things. I look like I'm buried in this little camper today, but I really do have, I have things stacked up to do. So it feels good to kind of work through some of the things sometimes. Like that's what I need to do is work through some of the things. Okay. I always keep the cardboard inserts from my crafting so that I can, here's a good one. I think I'm just going to use some bright white. I'm going to see if I can get this going. So this is what it's down to. Obviously it's dried up. I haven't kept it going, but I can keep that because I can use it by wetting it down. You just reactivate it and it will go. It will go eventually. It may not go today for me, but we're going to give it a try. I think I have a couple of white ones here so I can play around a little bit. I'm just going to take a brush and go into that. So, oh no, bad stomach virus, oh no. Yeah, that's not good. See, that's not right. You shouldn't get that in the summer. Did you have a nice day? I mean, was the weather nice? I always think it's worse to be sick when the weather is nice. Nobody wants to be sick when it's beautiful outside, right? I don't know if we're going to get any paint here. I'm working it. I'm just rubbing inside of it a little bit here. Trying to get some of that activated. These are water-based, so even when they dry up, you can sit and work on it and it will, let's see. Nope, that's not enough juju yet. We're going to get there though. I may have to go. Let me see what else I got. I kind of, well, I have none of it now. It fell back behind. Oh, shoot. It's like behind, over, out of my reach. I'm just checking to see if I've got any more white in there besides the full one. I took off one too many jars, I guess. I have like kind of a stock of ones that jars that I use, like blacks and whites and the Dune. I kind of keep a stack right on the desk here. And when I grabbed, it's hanging off the back end. And when I grabbed one, it was too much. It let go of the back end to have it so stacked up. Get some air in here. I don't know if that's making an effect yet. Kind of just want, it's kind of like a whitewash, but I just want it to be a little brighter than it is. So we're going to work at this a little bit, maybe get some activated. I think that's starting to work. I just want it to be more white. I might even add in some white from another jar. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad it's nice, but not nice that you're not feeling good. That's terrible. Sometimes your tummy can get hurt from having respiratory stuff going on because you just have like all that drainage. Hopefully it is draining. Oh, that's much better. So I just added in a little bit. I dipped my brush in the bright white, the full one that's wet, and kind of went in with the water. Isn't that beautiful? That is so much better. It's like, I don't know, something about when you paint, do a new coat of paint, isn't there? I'm going to take this little thing out. Looks like it had like a flower arrangement because it's got that green stuff in there. But I'm going to keep it. And here, let me turn this around. I don't want to lay it on it. I'm going to go ahead and keep it because I'm thinking about planting some succulents from my garden. I've got an overabundance of succulents. I've got of sedums, like the hens and chicks. I could put a couple of those in there. I've got some of the rose creepers, and then I've got this yellow stuff. I don't know what it is, but I don't know a name for it, but it's taking over a couple of my gardens. My husband's like, I see that because I filled a boot I filled a pair of boots with some succulents out in my garden. And he goes, I see you filled these, but I have no idea where you took that out of the garden. That's how bad it is. It's totally, hi, Karen. It's so full. My garden is with this creeping sedum. It's taking over that he was like, I know you took some, but I don't know where from. So I'm like, yes, I did. I cleared out. It was overtaking the azalea tree, and I didn't want the azalea tree to get, stunted because it's got all this sedum all over it. So anyway, now I'm on a container garden. I have another pair of black rubber boots that have holes in them. So these rubber boots, we went to do pigs and oh my gosh, you guys, I splattered my skirt. Good thing this is water soluble. We went to do pigs and chicken, and then we did butchering chickens too. So we all needed rubber boots. And so all the rubber boots kind of came out. You know how that is? Like, okay, it's boot time, like winter, right? When it's winter time, you like can't find all the matches. Nothing fits, especially when you have kids. But this time it was like they were claiming my boots. And I'm like, those are mine. And they were all mad at me. I'm like, listen. And they're like, well, the other ones hurt my feet. I'm like, yeah, but the other ones hurt my feet too. And I'm old. I can't deal with my boots not fitting. So we had some arguments were had about the boots, about the rubber boots. Anyway, come to find out, we had 2 pairs of the rubber boots. They're, not name brand or anything, but one is like a floral. I'll have to post a picture. I filled it. And I was kind of waiting for the sedum to perk up after I put them in. They should look okay today. That was on, I think, Sunday. I filled it with dirt, just filled my rubber boots with dirt, and then went ahead and put my sedums in there, just a variety. Poked a couple more holes in the toes. it was coming apart already at one point. So I just stuck some hens and chicks in there, you know, just made it filled up, and they're on my front steps. I love them. They're so cute to have a pair of rubber boots. And then I drove past my friend's house down the road. And here she had found a pair of cute little boots at Dollar Tree, I think she said, or somewhere, or I don't know where she got them. She had filled them with flowers. So we had the same, like practically on the same day. She had done the same thing I had. So, like mine's, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of funny. But anyway, so I have these boots, and I have another set of black rubber boots. I plan on getting those. I want to put a transfer on it, I think. I think it'll be fun. I'll have to make another decision because those are just plain black rubber boots, and then I'll fill them with my excess in my garden, and I don't know. If it doesn't get too cute, I'll maybe put it on Facebook to sell. I don't know. That's always my goal, to try to make things. I'm doing a little bit of the inside here because I don't want you to look in and not see it. A lot of times, if you ever do, like, you could do pots. Nice out here. Oh, nice. I want, yeah, we have beautiful weather. Finally, it's finally shaping up here. It's actually on the hot side. I think it's supposed to get to the 80s today, which is too much. We generally, when it starts to get in the 80s, I'm too hot. And it's kind of muggy because we did have some rain storms before it cleared up, before it got warm. So now it feels muggy. We're very dry, like kind of a high desert. Not high desert. We're not technically a desert at all, but it is very dry. We usually don't get rain after, May. And we won't get it until probably November when we start getting snows in. It's just the way it is here. Just the climate. I'll take it. It's kind of nice. The first few years we lived here from Wisconsin, like, we would get rain every single week in Wisconsin, and it's just sort of nice to clean everything up, cool it off. But now that I've been in a dry area, not a humid area, it feels super wet, moist when it rains so much. So in the winter, when it rains or snows, it feels cold. And then in the summer, it feels just perfecting my white here. It feels hot because we're not used to moisture. I'm not used to moisture now. Now that we've been here for 12 years, I'm starting to acclimate, I guess. It took a few years though. Although I noticed, like, my husband and kids, where nobody else here is wearing shorts, they're wearing shorts. So I don't know if we've totally acclimated. Maybe once you're from the Midwest, you're always from the Midwest. That's what I think. We're getting this this dried up container. You can see through the bottom. So I'm using up, I'm just kind of using it for my water. And then I'm dipping a little bit in the white so I get a little bit more color because there's not enough activated yet in that jar. And I'm just trying to get the inside cleaned up. There's nothing like a good clean paint job. I'm telling you, it's nice to, I have a girlfriend. I used to have a girlfriend. She's like, whenever my house needs deep cleaning, I just do a coat of paint. That fixes it. And I'm like, I think you're supposed to wash the walls before you paint. But she never did. She was like, that gets rid of all the cobwebs. I'm like, I'm just saying, I do think you should probably, but she would just like plow over, I guess, each to his own. It worked. Her walls looked clean. I just plowed over the spiders and things, spider webs that are on the walls. I'm like, all the more power to you. It drives me crazy. I'm too much of a neatnik to like just plow over just going to do the bottom here. Nothing fancy going on. And I think this box was looking a little yellowish. So, and then before I put plants in it, and because I want to be able to leave this outside, maybe on the steps or whatever, before I do that, I'm going to make sure to put a clear coat on it, because this is not, it's wood. It's not going to be waterproof. That's for sure. Oops. Has my carpal tunnel is really acting up these days. I feel like that's all I complain about, but I can't feel my fingers right now. I don't want to do surgery. I don't even want to get seen for it. I know what it is, but old age is not for the weak at heart. I know I'm not super old, but I'm feeling it. This is what it feels like in my 50s. I can wait. I can wait. So we're still kind of reading along in our school. See how yellow that looks now? Now it looks like super dirty now that I look at this. I don't think that made in China. Oh, it will come off. Yay. That came off nice and easy. Look at that. I might take I'm going to take some sand. I should have done this first, but those little, where the stoppers were, try to get that black off so it doesn't look so obvious that I remade something. I love taking things from the thrift store and remaking them into something beautiful for my home or for somebody else's home. It's so much fun to be thrift store or thrift sale shopping for remakes. And this was one of them. I was feeling this winter like I wasn't finding anything that was really, I gotta be careful not to get this into my chalks. I was just feeling like I didn't have any surfaces, so I was kind of on the hunt. And normally I would, a box like this, I would want to get it for like 50 cents to $1, but $3 isn't too bad. It's a nice box, all intact. Other than doing a little white coat, I could have left it as is. Even I wouldn't have even had to paint it if I didn't want to. So, all right, sand off. And then we'll pick up I guess I wasn't too wise about that. This brush feels loose, but it's not coming apart so far. All right, let's get the bottom done so it doesn't look so dingy. I do like my friend's theory on making things look clean. Oh, I totally, in my bottle here, I've got sandpaper bits here. So nice job. What I'm doing is I'm keeping the water in here and it's picking up most of the bottom. So I'm, using up my old container, using it for my water. And then I'm just, when I want more color and it's not coming out of here enough, I'll just kind of dip my brush right into my bright white, the newer one, and paint that. So we want these corners. I want to cover the fact that this had a little stopper on the corner. So there we go. That looks better. This doesn't, by any means, it doesn't need to look perfect. So that's the cool thing. It's however you want. You could paint these a different color. It would look really good stained like in a green or something, but also the white looks nice, I think, in the garden, my opinion. You could just put it on your step or on your porch. Sometimes I find I tend to go like, I was thinking about this. We've got this wood bridge that we kind of salvaged from my daughter's house. They moved into her in-laws' house and the grandma's house, and there was lots of things, and she was a gardener. She bought this wooden bridge and my husband got it together. It was all in the box. It never got put together. And then there was this rock fountain we think she wanted with it. So anyway, she had this project going and it never got put together, and the fountain doesn't even have, I need to stop touching it. The fountain doesn't even have directions or anything, so we don't know exactly how it's supposed to be put on, but needless to say, she didn't want it. She didn't want to deal with it. She's got little kids, so a fountain would be a problem anyway. But this bridge is bare wood. I don't know what color to paint it. And I was thinking, oh, I should just, I just don't want it to blend in. The wood color is going to blend in. All right, that one's almost done. I've done a good job of using up every last bit of that. Okay, and I think we're going to use black for our, I want to make it vintagey. Vintagey. I don't know. I'm going to have to give a little more forethought to when I'm going to be here. So you guys tell me what you think. Mornings. And it's good. If you're watching on the replay, just put hashtag replay so I know you were here so I can gauge when is a good time. I get it. Summers are busy, so it's not a bad thing to like be able to come back and watch lives when you're not so busy. I think that's a great way to go. So I'm going to put this here. Trying to dry it without I'm sticking my fingers all over it. But I want to get this out of here because it's got that sandpaper on it. The leftover from the sandpaper. I should have done that first. So note to self, do the sandpapering first because it just makes more sense to get the little sand out of there. All right. I think we're going to try to do a little bit of drying on this because we want it to be dry. Just piles and piles of things. Anybody have any opinion? Should I make it like I'm thinking vintagey box. Why do they put a low on this? Does anybody ever use low on their hair dryers? I always wonder that. I use low heat, but I don't use low air. I guess if you were doing something specific. But this is made for crafting. Who uses low? Crafters are always trying to do things fast, so I don't know why you put a low setting on your the dryer. I can multitask, drink and dry at the same time. Not drink and dry. That would be naughty. You don't want to do that. No drinking and driving, but drink and dry. That's what we're doing here today. I do like this. I know it's very subtle and maybe you can't see it very well on the video, but it is a lot brighter white instead of being such a dark, kind of a yellowish white. You can kind of see the yellowish coming through on this bottom. Just trying to get the bottom dried enough so I can turn it over, start working on it. We're getting there. Make sure the sides are nice and dry. So I think it's cute. I think it's a cute little box. And my girls were like, aren't you going to throw that liner away? No, I am not. I want to leave it there so that I can plant something in it. And I'll probably just, because it fits just right. You could use pots. You could use like this for a little, ooh, that just made me think about something. I don't think I want to plant my sedums in it. We do have herbs. Herbs would be nice on the side of it. Wouldn't that be cute? Also, if you have any transfers that have cactus on it, that would be really cute too. Just all the thoughts. They're all coming out. Oh, guess what went to the far end of my camper here that I cannot reach even if I get up and start swirling around. I'm going to have to call the girls in to help me get my stuff I threw in the back there earlier. My little, this is my microfiber cloth. My surface wax, my current surface wax is in there. So this is my older one that's not completely, I'm just going to use it. But I'm going to wax because I want it to not stick the transfer too hard to it. I don't want it to lift up my paint job. It also kind of brings out the wood to it. So we're just going to put a coating of wax on this. This is a good use of my old wax. You can seal things with wax too. So like putting a surface wax over your painting is a good way to seal it. But I'm just doing this. I like it the way it, I don't know. I always think you should wax, even though it's very subtle, you should wax the whole thing just to make it consistent, look consistent. The bottom doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to do it both. As I'm busy, right? Busy doing it. Makes it smooth a little bit. I'm not going to do anything to the bottom. And I'm going to leave the inside for now. Like I said, I'm probably going to go back with a clear coat, couple loads of clear coat so that it can be an outdoor thing. Put my plants in there. So you could like use some like pots, or you could even put some mason jars in here if you wanted to decorate. But I'm going to leave this in here and just put the dirt. Maybe I have some. I'll see what I have. I'll probably just put the dirt right in it. It probably should have some drainage, but you know, sedum don't need a whole lot of drainage, so that's kind of nice. All right, I think I've talked myself into doing the one that got kind of bent up. I think I'm going to do this one that says I think I'm going to try the something joyful and just leave the flowers off it. Just do this little transfer. It got really bent up in my container. That's my own doing. I traveled with it and then wasn't very careful. So this has like kind of flowers on the bottom. I'll show you once I get this on here. And I'm just going to eyeball side to side, up and down, see if I can get it on there. Somewhat centered. I'll show you how that looks. And you want to get all the bubbles out, but so it says something joyful, and I'm not going to do these flowers at the bottom. Here, let's get that nice and close for you. All right, this is going to be, I may use the flowers on the sides, so we'll see. It's going to be a quick and easy project. I'm going to use some just black velvet. My favorite combo. You could use, oh, the new Grige would be cute, very subtle. You could use like a gold color. That would be very pretty as well. And I'm just using a little squeegee and try not to go on the flowers. Wish me luck. You could, in fact, do something different on the back, right? Like if you're putting this on your duck, you could do it 2 different ways and then switch it around. It's not going to matter. There we go. Peel to reveal. It's that simple. Let's get it here in the center. Is that pretty? It is a little like, I don't know, runny. You could see where it went into the lines. That's another good reason to wax really good, because it'll seal up the wood a little bit. All right. That turned out really nice. I like it. Good job. Love it. So we could use it, like leave it like that. It's kind of pretty. I'm looking at this other one. It's got some other things on it. I'm going to dry it for sure at this point. We want to get it dry. Be sure to check in and tell me you're here and that you've got a chance to watch this. I do think it looks a little stark too, so I may, once it's dried for a while, go back and do a little bit of sanding of it, just to make it a little more weathered looking, so it does look like it's vintagey. But for now, we're going to dry it really good because I don't want it to smear when I try to put those flowers on the sides. I think this is really cute. Who doesn't love a little box that says something joyful on your porch, right? I guess you can put it inside too. Nice thing about sedum is they can go pretty dry. I'm just going to do this one flower right there. Make sure we got it good and sealed because we don't want it to leak out. If you're worried about getting over the lines like I should be, you can also tape it off. We have like a transfer tape that works nicely. Okay. Isn't that cute? I love it. Love that. Okay. Try for the other side. These nice thing about these little flower bunches is they are like they're opposite each other. Sometimes when I maybe didn't put that down very good. Oh, I'm just like holding my breath. Phew, we saved it. Isn't that cute? I think it's so cute. Love it. So quick and easy to just transform something from the thrift store to something beautiful. I'm thinking, because there's kind of like a crown up here, I'm thinking about using the crown transfer and putting a little crown at the end too. I don't know. Am I over crowning it? See, we've got these like this one. This one is called Vintage Labels and Crowns, and there's quite a few crowns. I think a crown on the end would be just beautiful. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to give it a go. There's also a little bee. I could do like a smaller size crown. Bigger or smaller, I don't know. This is hard to see. I'm too short. Good thing I waxed the whole thing because now I can go nuts. We'll put that big one there. And I'll make sure to post a picture of this. If you are not on my text list, just put text down below. I would love to have you. I can send you a notification. I'll contact you to get your number from you, or you can message me your number and tell me. I do reminders for my lives. I did not, however, today. I'm always worried about early morning. This was kind of early, so I'll have to start thinking ahead. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? I love it. You could also, now that I'm looking at this placement, you could also put little handles on the end and make it just, you know, they won't even have to be functional handles necessarily, but I think it would look really cute. Put some little handles or some knobs on there. Oops. Don't get it on my... Trying to get it down. Definitely making a mess here because I'm putting my fingers through the chalk. I thought I had a piece of... Thought I had a wipeout here, but I guess not. I'll find it after I start a new one. It'll show up now. All right, here we go. See if we can use it a second time. It may not turn out as well, but I think that'll add to the vintageness, don't you think? I want it. I'm like an even Steven person. I want it to look even on both sides. Let's see how we did. Gotta look at this one. If I peel slow enough and I didn't get something, I can go back. Oops. There we go. Oh, shoot. That might have to be a go. I might have to go ahead and let you go because I'm getting a call, I think, from the pool. Unfortunately, that isn't feeling well. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining me. Make sure that you do all the things, subscribe, like, and all those things. And we will have a great, blessed day and keep on crafting. Isn't that cute?